Hello, hello, all my philosopher pirates out there. Hope you guys are doing great. Today's the Super Bowl, so of course I wanted to knock a couple of these episodes out for you for the following week so we can have a little bit of juice before we get into our daily lives. For one, my wife got me the sweatshirt, which I absolutely love. This is our cat. His name's Cappuccino. I love surfing, and she knows I love this artwork from Japan, and I'm always talking about it. And I love to surf, although I'm not very good. Either way, not the point. So today, my pirates, let's go into uncharted waters as we are truth seekers finding gold in the soul, baby. Now, today, especially with everything going on in the world, I think we definitely need to talk a little bit about judgment and resentment. Whoo! I know. This one, oof, I love. This is a nasty one for me. Um, I love to revel in resentment. Feels good. Sit in my anger. Love to judge, especially against myself and, of course, others. And I know I said this month is about Slick, and this is what Slick loves, right? That gremlin I talked about in the dark alleyways of our mind. So before we really get started here, let's start with a quote. It's one of my favorite philosophers so far. I'm reading his book, Notes from the Underground. His name's Fyodor Dostoevsky. And the quote I'm talking about is this: anger in me is subject to chemical disintegration. Oh, I love that one. I just let that one kind of sit and marinate a little bit, right? And I'm sure you've probably heard something like that before, right? I mean, one that always comes up for me is drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. Something like that. And I'm sure you've probably heard a lot of variations of that. That being said, it rings so true. I mean, just look outside. Everyone is so hateful, divisive, so polarized. I know. We hear it all the time. But ask yourself, what the hell are we actually doing about it? What are we doing? It's so easy for media personalities and, of course, myself to say that. It's so easy to say that. We're so divisive. We're so polarized as a yeah, I know. I'm a part of it. So are you. Not anymore. We're here to change. We're here to control our minds and change. And believe me, I know how good it feels to sit in that. My own experience with anger and judgment is power, right? It's the power to change someone else's emotions. You can see it on their face. That's power. And that's scary stuff. And I've done that before. I'll go into a little bit of a story here very quickly, but I remember there was a friend of mine long time ago, well over a decade ago, who was born with tons of great wealth and luck and riches, and he was nothing but nice to me. He'd drive me around. We were going to a lot of 12-step meetings at the time. He was great, but I was so jealous and mad at him, and I judged him for all these things that he had, and I freaked out on him after a meeting. You should have seen his face change. Really scared me. Luckily, he's a great man, and he took my apology and the next day, and it was all good, but that's just a short story there. Really, I just want to touch on how addictive it is to live with that, to walk around with such rage. And I engage it so much, and I hear it, like I said, from all of our top media personalities. It's toxic, but we continue to do it. We just keep doing it and not really do anything about it. We need to allow ourselves to change, pirates. It's so hard, I know, especially when you're in the camp that I was in with the I'm right, you're wrong sort of mindset here. But if we can just start to change this, small steps, you truth seeking pirates, but it will start to help you. Once you just can get through even a week or a few days of not consuming things that make you so judgmental and so angry. I mean, look out there. It is fucking nuts. And it feels like it's getting worse. And so people need to speak up. And I'll be one of those people. I don't care. You can make fun of me. You can do whatever you want. I'll take it. You can do whatever you want. Say whatever you want. Comment whatever you want. That's okay. I totally get it. But I'm going to start changing my mind. And I'm going to start changing what I'm consuming. And I'm not trying to be overly political here. I really don't want to be. And whether you're on the left or right, I think it's really important for us to start changing. We are not against each other. I know we've all heard this before, but for some reason it doesn't seem to be clicking in. We're allowing slick to get in our heads and blow things up bigger than they need to be. We're making people more evil than they really are, although there are some evil people out there. And I'm sure you've been seeing that a lot in the news right now, as I have as well. Even though I haven't been in that normal vicious news cycle loop, I've been reading my news. Either way, the point here is to make sure that we're checking this judgment, this resentment, and especially against ourselves. You know, like I said in one of the videos before, Slick loves to tell me I'm a piece of shit right when I wake up and wants to get in my head and tell me all these terrible things about myself. That, my friends, is changing for me. And if I can do it, you can too. Definitely. So let's start to change our minds here, not allow ourselves to be controlled. And I'm going to go into that more in the next episode, but I just want to bring some awareness to what's going on with us, right? We have so much in common. Whether you're on either side of the political aisle here, we really, really do. You would be shocked if we could just get out of this rage that we're just so blinded by, right? And this is what they want. This is what they want. And I cannot wait to talk more about that in the next episode. So hang tight. I hope some of those words sit with you. I hope they resonate with you as they have with me. And we'll go into the next episode. You truth-seeking, good-looking pirates, you. Into uncharted waters, my friend. Into the unknown. That's where the gold is.